What is up, legends? We are back another week, another HypeWatch. If you are new to the channel, by all means, like and subscribe. What we do on HypeWatch is we talk about up and coming games, and we talk about current games that are out that I may not have actually covered on the channel, and we try to actually have some fun with it. So we're gonna go right in with Vice Online. And we're on APK combo right now because you can actually download it. Now, if you actually go to the official link, it's going to say pre-register, but nah, don't do that. You want to play right now. So what you can do is you can go ahead in. So what this basically is this Grand Theft Auto pretty much in a mobile form. It's literally Grand Theft Auto, like everything about it, and it puts you in a local instance with a bunch of other people, I think 32. And you just run around and try to do objectives and pretty much kill each other and level up. You see right there, kill as much as you can. Like, you just gotta run around. You start with like literally like nothing. So you gotta go and find things that actually, like a handgun, and then maybe take somebody out or do some type of quest objective, like steal a car or something like that and get some money and then buy a better gun. Then you can just run around and try to kill people as fast as possible. That's just kind of like what the game is. And it's actually kind of, Grand Theft Auto just should have a mobile version. Like, we shouldn't be playing stuff like this, but this is a thing, and you can try it out if you wish. So next up, we have Infinity Conquer. Infinity Conquer, I've showed this before, and I actually don't cover these types of games because this is strictly like a city builder. But the caveat for this particular game, which I have actually said before in the past, to show again because it's pretty popular right now, which is why it's getting a second look. It boasts a lot of characters on the screen, like kind of like PC worthy, and kind of just looks like this, which is pretty cool. The characters don't be standing there looking like all 3D and cute like that, obviously, but this screen right here, they actually literally do fight like that. So I'm appreciative of that. It's just not for me and not for my channel, but you know, just in case, you know, I won't like to put it out there. Endless Nightmare rather. Now this game is interesting. If you guys have ever played Doom and games like that nature, it's along those lines, but it's in mobile form. And you actually have like just areas and things that you can actually do as far as like questing and stuff like that. And as you can see, you can learn skills and kind of have like a build and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Again, not something that I cover, but I did want to put on the channel and mention it because there are people who do like FPS on the channel, even though that's not what I do on my channel. So I just, you know, decided to put it out there. And it is a game that's available for you right now to actually play. Next up is Tank Master. Another game again that, you know, not really my thing, but pretty cool. As you can see, we already played a couple of games like this on the channel already. I didn't feel the need to actually play this one because it's kind of similar to those types of games, but it's available for you right now, and a pretty simple game to play, and people have fun with it. So here it is, Tank Master. Next up is New Dawn, Early Access. Now, New Dawn is actually interesting because it's a survival game, and it has a big world, and you can see other people, like other gamers out in the world, and don't play this game at night. Like, don't, like what this is doing, don't do that, because you're gonna die, because I died. Like, I was not ready. It reminds me of Breath of the Wild, but not Zelda, if that makes any type of sense to you. But I don't know if this was actually a PC game or not, but it probably would do really well if it was a PC game. Mobile, it's not so bad, but you know, you do get the mobile lag a little bit when you have to load other people who are around you and that type of stuff, and you know, loading other people's houses in the world, because you could literally walk up on somebody else who has like their own little establishment and stuff like that, which I think is kind of cool for a mobile game, but mobile games still haven't progressed enough yet for it not to be a lag fest when it comes to stuff like that. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But if you got a good phone, you know, GG. Grimlight. All right, so Grimlight is the next waifu hype that you guys should be looking forward to. Excellent art, excellent looking characters. Be forewarned, chibi. Yeah, this is like chibi right there. However, it does boast pretty good systems. The characters are pretty cool and the art is pretty cool. So I'm always keeping an open mind because there's been some chibi games that, you know, they kind of shock us. Like we think, oh, it's going to be chibi, it's going to be trash, it's going to be whack or something like that. And then it shocks us and then it actually is good. So just keep that in mind. So Uma Musume Pretty Derby is putting this Chinese version out, and the reason why we're talking about this is because it's not going to be locked out. This game, as you guys can see, has been released on multiple platforms, and all of the platforms, except for this one, have been locked out, meaning that you have to be VPN to actually get in, all that type of good stuff, which is super annoying for no reason. Actually, DMM Games, I don't think they actually VPN that, but it's very hard to get an account if you haven't already gotten an account already, because they've gotten pretty strict about that in China now, which we're going to talk about that at the end of the video, because I'm going to show you an instance or something. Actually, you know what? Am I still online? Let me make sure I am. There's a reason why we're showing this. Rotanyo. Now, this is pretty much a music game. It's being billed as one of the best ones coming out right now. I didn't get a chance to actually test this, but the minute I see Dream Engine games, they usually make really quality games, and their UIs for their games is always like some next level futuristic type stuff. Like whoever the UI person for this developer is very good. This is very good at what they do. So that's one of the reasons why I want to definitely try this. I'm not going to be able to put this on the channel because anything music that's a game, like gaming, like I don't know why YouTube is like that now, why they even allow that to happen, but you can't put any type of video game that does music. It's just going to flag and they'd be like, no, you can't show this in this area, like you can't show it in Japan. Japan doesn't like this music. I'm like, dog. It's weird, man. You just can't do any of that stuff anymore. Death Game Royal. Now, this is a lover type of game where, you know, romance simulator, obviously. It says it right there. You see the rating. And the rating this is kind of harsh because there's actually nothing wrong with this game. It's literally what it is. It's a romance novel game. However, the reason why you're looking at this game is that this is a dark romance novel game. It get dark in this mofo. So if you want some thriller and try to get some waifus and then have a dark theme, try this one out. I've been literally like getting pestered to actually play this. Like, no, it's really good, and you get the waifus and everything else, and it's cool and everything, but the reason why this is getting such a low score is because people are tired of this game. This type of, not this game, but this format, literally they have like a game every other 2 days with this format. That's why it gets zeros on Q app, because they're just tired of it at this point in time. But this one happens to be a little bit interesting. So just pointing it out just in case you want like a little murder thriller waifu type of thing going on for you. This one, okay, this actually should have been the hype, but I just didn't make it the hype. This game is getting like like you see it's 9.5, and like apparently some press people played this and it was like, holy crap, this is probably going to be the next big thing. I still don't know how that's possible, but I'm going to relay it because some reputable people actually said that this is going to be like the next big game. I don't believe that. I'm being 100 with y'all, obviously, because I haven't actually played it. However, Clover Games is the same people who made Lord of Heroes, as you guys can see. And Lord of Heroes is a solid game. It's just that Lord of Heroes had a really weird start where you just couldn't summon on characters, and then all the characters were like, you had to pay for them, which is the definition of pay to win, because you could not earn them. You couldn't earn those particular characters at all. And that is the definition right there. When you cannot earn the item and it can only be purchased, that is pay to win. And that's how that game was for a very long time with certain characters who were considered meta. So a lot of people didn't like that. So everybody dropped the game. And now they're trying to kind of roll that back, so to speak. They do a little bit at a time, where it's becoming better and better, because the core game itself was always great. The way the characters looked was always great. The way that the game played was great. It had a bunch of stuff to actually do. And with that said, on this side of things, if they even put that type of world into this, where it's open world, and then you have your own character and you can battle like literally like this and do stuff, because that's literally the animations from Lord of Heroes. That literally was like almost frame for frame, like right there. So if they open up that world and you're just kind of like running around, and you can have like, you know, just all types of adventures out there like that, which is what you're looking at right now. If you could do that, this is gonna be the next big thing, like super big. Like that looks amazing right there. And that, again, that's literally Lord of Heroes, the Lord of Heroes engine fighting. So it might be, but you know, I have to see it. I haven't played it, but I know some industry people have. So, With the Gods is actually supposed to be out now. So I don't know what's going on, why it's not actually downloadable. Maybe it will be like on Sunday or something like that. Maybe somebody just didn't update that on or on Tap or something like this. But this is supposed to be playable right now. See, you know, closed beta test on May 7th and stuff like that. So it's supposed to be available right now. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe by the time this video is actually out, it will be available. But the cool thing about this game is it's a card-based type of game, but it's 3D in the cards, and the cards actually move and react when you do things, which is actually pretty badass. It reminds me a little bit of Hearthstone, but more 3D based. Like the characters are literal 3D based inside the cards, and it's awesome looking. And I'm actually interested to play that, to see how cool it is, and like how, like kind of like a Heart of the Cards, Yu-Gi-Oh type of feel, to see if it feels like that, but you can actually see the cards moving and doing stuff. Next up is Project Winter. Project Winter should be at the 12th, relatively soon. Project Winter is a PC game that they put over on mobile, where it's kind of like a Among Us type of feel, where you can work with people or kill people in the snow, and it's pretty interesting actually. So if you see, it has a lot of pre-registrations and followers, because this game has a lot of PC followers, and it's pretty good and pretty cool, and it should translate well over onto the mobile scene, because it looks like a mobile game on PC to begin with, so should do well. And next up, which is the hype of the video before we talk on the final topic after this, Dislight. Dislight is coming soon, and Dislight is the next hype, because it's going to be global and everything else like this. Again, I showed you all the music, and we already talked about that already, so make sure that you pre-register, get your pre-register bonuses. This is the next, like, other than us having just literally like one or two other games right now, this is going to be it for May as far as the really big hype games. We got stuff coming in June that I can't talk about. Actually, I'm sorry, that's not it for May. We still have Ni no Kuni in this, and then Sins, and that's it. Which you're gonna I'm gonna have something for Ni no Kuni in a couple of days, so stay tuned for that as well. Now, I was asked to actually talk about this particular situation, because if you notice, Boa is looking all sexy and everything else like that, but Boa is looking like Boa. However, China wilded out and decided that they was going to close, like, bruh. So they specifically targeted this game and Boa. So now Boa has this on, and when she does some of her moves, you're gonna notice that she has shorts on. You can't really notice it here because all that stuff is in the way, but she does have shorts on now underneath her underneath her dress. You can kind of slightly see it right there. I'm trying to get like they straight. I was so triggered I was so triggered when, because you ever see something and you was like, wait a minute, did she always have like that bra thing on? Like, she didn't always have that bra thing on. Now, this was December, as you can see, December 27th, when it was like that. You see, even like right there, this is the event where I literally got Boa, and they just decided like, nah, that's too much titty. That's what China. That's too much titty. Yeah. You can't do that. This is my main, by the way. So I'm a little irritated by this because Boa is an adult character. She's 100% an adult female. She's not like 18, 19 or anything else. She's a adult over 20 female woman, grown woman, queen of the Amazon, grown woman. And they was like, nah, I can't do that. That right there is when censorship goes too far. That's the line that shouldn't be crossed right there. When it's underage girls, they can do whatever they want to do because it's underage girls. That's fine. If underage girls are showing butt and titty and all that stuff, that need to be nerfed. 100%. People get mad all they want about that, but that's not right. That is not right. You don't get to say with children depiction that, oh, that's my artistic free. No, artistic nothing. Go to jail. Like, go straight to jail. Like, you don't get to say that for that. But when it's adult stuff, with adult depiction, no, absolutely not. That is where it starts to go too far at that point in time, and that's where you guys should be up in arms about. There's a difference between the two. Like, you gotta have some morals and some standards and practices. We are not supposed to be looking at children and sexually explicit looking areas like that. You're just not. Don't try to be anywhere trying to say that is okay, because it is not okay. That is you perving out and go to jail. like that is you're not doing that. I refuse to let people sit up there and say that. And people like that, well, that's gatekeeping. I will gatekeep that thing. Like, you should not be looking at children at all. At all. Don't even go there. But with stuff like this, where it's a grown woman, nah, this shouldn't be happening. Like, they shouldn't have done this with this character. So it's unfortunate because China don't listen to it. China ain't gonna listen to me. They're gonna see that they'll probably eventually, somebody will say, like, Sion said this because I have a lot of Chinese correspondents, and they'll eventually, somebody with enough pull is eventually gonna see this and be like, whatever. It took me, dog, a year to get my work license back so I can have a Chinese ID. They ain't gonna give a F that I don't like this. I'm just being honest. I was asked to comment on this because people are making a big deal out of it right now, and I have to agree. I 100% have to agree. She is a grown woman in depiction, and her age is grown. So why are you doing that with that? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I like I promised, I spoke on this and said something about this, but I don't really think it's going to change anything. They're just not going to care. China don't care. They don't care. Like, they haven't cared for centuries, and they ain't going to care now, to be honest with you. So, but I did say my piece in that I don't like when you do that to adult characters. Like, children, fine. I'm with you 100% that we shouldn't be doing that with children depiction. That's not right. But adult characters, no. Don't censor that. So, I will catch you guys next video. Be legendary. Have a good week. And I know we ended the video on a very serious topic, but I think that's like where stuff starts to go a little bit too far. And it just the whole thing needs to have a little bit of light shed on it. Like, governments across the world just need to get together and say, look, no children sexual depiction, just across the world. Everybody who's perverted and upset about it is going to have to suck it and deal with it at that point. Every country needs to get on board and just say that, because they all have rules for that. Every single country, including China and all the rest of them, they all have rules that say it's not supposed to happen. But in gaming, it's not scrutinized as much, except for, like, they need to actually, censor stuff and stuff like that. But Every country needs to get together and just throw that out, because we got way too many perverted people trying to hide behind that, and they literally, it's literally predatory. It's literally it's really that, at the end of the day, that you want to see it and that you are mad that you can't see it. That is literally predatory. You shouldn't even have that in your brain. That's bad all the way around. So I don't know what else to say on that, other than, you know, they need to put the line in the sand and say, hey, no children depiction, and adults, if they want to make them sexy, this character want to be sexy, that's fine. But then make sure if you have a problem with children playing the game, then don't let them play the game. Block them from that. That's it. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.